Vikings winners and losers coming up here on today's show. But before I get into that, I want you to make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. That way, you are not a loser. Why would I say that you're a loser if you don't sub? Because we make free videos around the Minnesota Vikings almost every single day. And if you're looking for videos every day, you need to sub. More sub equals more videos. So go ahead, click that big red button underneath this video, and then we'll get the show started. Minnesota Vikings winners and losers. Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, ready to break down the three biggest winners and the three biggest losers of the Vikings. So in this game, Minnesota lost 12-10 up against the Indianapolis Colts in week 2 of the preseason. So what I want to be able to do here is give you guys some extra analysis on some of the winners and the losers. The first name I'm going to bring up here was a winner against the Colts, Troy Dye, and he was all over the field. He was probably one of the lone bright spots for Minnesota. Now, I say lone bright spots, but I should actually give the Vikings defense a lot of credit. No doubt about that. But in this game, 5 tackles, 2 pass breakups, a quarterback hit, a pick, and a touchdown. So the only touchdown that the Minnesota Vikings have scored thus far in the preseason have been on an interception pick 6 by Troy Dye, 33 yards to the hizzy. Let's go to the next winner here, the Vikings defense. I mean, I almost feel bad on how the defense has been playing because I understand they didn't play all that well against the Broncos. But again, the offense has been like 3 and out almost every single time. Those guys are on the field, they're winded, and they played phenomenal in this game. Realistically, if your defense goes out there and you get a pick 6 and you don't allow a touchdown, you should be able to win the game. And they were unable to win the game. So for that reason, this Vikings defense was a big-time winner. You gave up 4 field goals and you had a pick 6. What more does the offense want? So I get it, you didn't come away with a win, but as far as I'm concerned, the defense definitely stepped up. Now here are some other defensive winners I thought against the Indianapolis Colts. Chaz Surratt, the rookie out of North Carolina, 10 tackles. I mean, again, another guy really flying all over the football field. Ty Smith, he was impressive to me. And then Breeland. Breeland only had 1 tackle, but he's looking like he's going to be the starting cornerback for Minnesota opposite of Patrick Peterson. That makes him a big-time winner. Let's go to the running back position now. Don't get me wrong. This is Dalvin Cook's team, and I don't want to take that away from him. But if Minnesota ends up looking for a potential, we'll say, pass-catching running back, maybe a little bit of a scat back that they could bring in when Dalvin's trying to get a rest, I like Alexander a lot, right? However, this was always a running back that I was never crazy about his ability to catch the football. Ameer Abdullah, on the other hand, I actually like the talent. He's just never been able to stay healthy. And I remember his good days back with the Detroit Lions. Heck, I remember when he was playing for Nebraska. And you could see some of that boost here. Heck, there was a second where I was like, oh shit, that looked like Jerick McKinnon. 6 carries, 35 yards in this one, 3 catches for 6 yards. So that makes Ameer Abdullah a bit of a winner here. Name a Colts winner, and what I want you guys to do is name a Vikings winner versus the Colts. Excuse me, I got the words mixed up here. Maybe I'm a loser, who knows. But what I want you guys to do is I gave you a few winners here for Minnesota. Go down in the comments right now and name a Vikings winner up against the Indianapolis Colts. So I was only told I was allowed to give 3 losers, and I wish I had more time because I could have given out a lot more. So the first loser here, the Vikings quarterback. I was not impressed by Kirk Cousins. I was not impressed by Kellen Mond, and I have not been impressed whatsoever with Jake Browning. And when you look at these numbers here, I mean, what can you be excited about? I get the fact that maybe some of the Vikings skill players have gone down with injuries, but Adam Thielen played in this one. Irv Smith Jr. played in this one. You got to sooner or later stop running out of excuses. Mond, I think, is already kind of scaring a lot of people. I wasn't really personally high on him, and you can kind of see why. He gets it. He's already kind of panicking. He's running around looking for a receiver. But that could also be a big reason because of the offensive line. The offensive line in back-to-back weeks has been getting bullied. And when you want to be a team that tries to be predicated on being a tough Mike Zimmer team that's going to run the football, you better hope that your offensive line starts to show up. And I get the idea that Christian Darrisaw, your first-round pick out of Virginia Tech, he's battling some injuries, and that might make you a little bit nervous, but this offensive line is really struggling. And then let's go to the last loser. I'm just going to put the entire offense on blast because watch the game, you're like, man, this is a good defense. I really think that Minnesota has an opportunity. I think they're going to have a top 10 defense. I think they have the opportunity to have a top 5 defense. But when your offense can't score points, that's a major problem. When your team right now has a combined 16 total total points in your 2 preseason games, that's worrisome. When you have 8 first downs in one game, I mean, come on. And the fact that you have yet to score an offensive touchdown in 2 preseason games. I'm sorry, that is the definition of a loser. Maybe Minnesota can turn it around. Obviously, if Dalvin Cook's out there on the field, obviously, if Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, you have a lot of other options. But if you're watching some preseason football and you're watching the Vikings, it's kind of a hard thing to be able to handle. So what I want you guys to do now is I kind of was very vague in terms of my losers, but, I mean, I'm not wrong. The offense has really been struggling. If you want to go ahead and be an overachiever, give me an extra name. Name a Vikings loser against the Colts.